Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the SC Bass Fishing channel. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to fish the crankbait. Crankbait is a very simple rig. It's been in a bass fishing for I don't know how long, a very long time. And it's been used to catch very big fish and also numbers of fish. So today I'm going to show you how to catch fish on this shallow driving crankbait right here made by Strike King. I've got it paired up with my Lose Pro TI and a 7'1" medium power action rod with a fast tip. So we're going to take our first cast right here. Let's see how we do. So you want to reel in nice and slow with a crankbait. You want to be able to feel every single vibration that it puts off, that those fish are going to eat. I felt this ghosting from grass. But that's all I'm going to do today. Let's hope we can get a couple fish with it. The crankbait, for the most part, is not a weedless bait. So you want to fish rock ledges. You want to fish mostly stuff that you won't get caught up in weeds, so you can get those longer casts and not get caught up. Hooked up my crankbait. Got him pinned right in the side of the mouth. That's the best way to go. Pretty nice one to start off the day. It's inching in close to the 1 pound mark. Very healthy fish. Caught it right next to a stump. There's the first fish of the day. First fish of the day. Let's get a release on him. There he goes. All I did was cast out there, start slow reeling, and my rod loaded up and he started fighting. The thing is, you do not want to jerk on your hook sets. You don't want to completely set the hook. You want to lean into it. That's the main thing. So I've seen so many people lose fish on crankbaits, including me when I first started. They try to set the hook when they feel the bite. You got to lean into that and start reeling into it, because that sets the trebles into their mouth. You got to have the right rod for that too. There's another one. I like to keep my rod tip down when I'm fighting these fish. So if you put it upwards, your likeliness of catching the fish is way less. I saw a fish just jumped right to the right of me while I'm fighting this one. I'm fighting this guy in. Another nice fish inching in on that 1 pound mark on the crankbait. Very, very beautiful fish. Like I said, I banged through some grass there, and that's when this fish ate it. That's 2 casts in a row. I think I found a little bit of a spot over there. There's one. This fish is barely hooked. Skim in here before he gets off. There he is. See, I don't know what it is about this pond and crankbaits, but they love them. Midsummertime fishing is probably the best time to fish a crankbait, early in the morning. It's your way to get these reaction strikes on these bass, because they can't resist it, honestly. They cannot resist it. I haven't seen this fish yet. Oh, there he is. Just a little squeaker eating the crankbait, dude. It's crazy. Crazy. This is probably a 2 1/4 inch crankbait, so not the bill, but just the size of the crankbait. It's a very small thing. These fish can put it in their mouths perfectly. Big fish can too. I've only fished one side of the pond so far. I'm only casting that way. Let's cast on this side of the pond real quick. All you can see is I'm slow reeling this crankbait and feeling every little thing that's trying to hit. And then the rod will just load up and you want to sweep into it. Yep, there's one. Just skirt this guy in. Look at him. Oh, he just took off. There he is. These hooks, though, on a striking crankbait, do grip them. I know this is an old crankbait, too. I've had this crankbait for a while. Haven't really put it to use a ton, but I figured today might as well try it out. There he is. Another bass. A fat one, too. There's another one. This fish is fighting hard. Let's get stuck in the grass. Just gotta play the fish. Don't know how big he is. That's not a bad one, he's just full of grass. Oh, there he is. Look in here. Probably the fattest fish of the day. Yeah, definitely the fattest fish. He inhaled this crankbait though. It's got a crawdad in him. And a stink bug. What are the chances that a fish eats a stink bug, right? There he is. Certainly not a bad one, but this fish, I see a crawdad in the back of its mouth, and I also see a stink bug. Yep. He's not too big. Still has fight in him. Get up in here. He's a longer fish. He's probably pushing 13 inches here. There he is. I hope you guys saw that amazing hit by this fish. And I just sweeped into him. I didn't really set the hook upwards. Just a nice sweep to the right. Get those treble hooks right in him. That's what those treble hooks are meant for. There's a ton of color options for crankbaits that you can use. Right now I'm just using a simple color. It's actually a weird color for crankbaits. Oh, there it is. There's one. Man, did he scare me. As I was saying, there's many different color options for a crankbait. This is sort of like a gray and black one, which is actually very uncommon to use. Not many people use that. The main ones people use are natural ones, chartreuse. People use white crankbaits, pearl crankbaits. But you just want one that looks natural in the water. Here, I think there's some bait fish in here. So this perfectly represents some bait fish. Like, if you think of a natural shiner, this crankbait right here almost perfectly matches the hatch. And these fish, that's why they're eating it. Not only because of the rattle, but also because of the realistic action of it as like a dying bait fish. So that's why they come up and eat it, take advantage of it. So the type of line I'd recommend for this is anything under 10 pound or anything under 12 pound fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon gets this bait down really fast. It's a sinking kind of line. Compared to mono and braid, this thing, it's very much easier to get this crankbait down in the water column, much faster too, without having to hassle about cranking too much. So right now my crankbait's already down there really fast. If it was mono, it'd take longer to get down because mono is a floating kind of line, and so is braid. They both float. So that's why I recommend any type of fluorocarbon. This is some Trilene XL smooth casting 10-pound fluorocarbon. Whips it pretty far. Alright guys, I think this will be my last clip. Last cast. Just take it out there and cast it. I hope you guys learned more about the crankbait today and how to fish a small crankbait. If you guys really need me to, I could make in-depth videos on medium diving crankbaits and deep diving crankbaits if you really want me to. Type it in the comments below if you want me to make those videos. Also comment video ideas for me to do. If you really want to see some content, go ahead and let me know, and I'll be certain to make that type of video for you. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to. See you guys next time. Bye bye.